Hey everybody, how's it going today? Let's get a little bonus video here. I want to show you my Aquapolis 1-year investment update. So, about a year ago, I bought this Aquapolis box off of a guy. And here's what it looks like. It's not perfect condition. You know, it's got a little crease right here. But I paid a decent price for it. If you remember my video that I did about this, I paid $15,000 plus $1,000 to sales tax. So I bought it through eBay. See a little bit of crinkling here on it. But it's in good condition considering it's like 20 years old, you know, ish. Maybe 18 years, something like that. There's Ente on there. So anyway, I paid $16,000 for this total. Okay, so what's it worth now? Like a year later, a year and a couple months. I think I bought it in July or August of last year. Because I kept watching these Aquapolis boxes and Skyridge and Expedition. They just kept going up and up. Right after I bought it, there was one on eBay for 50 grand, and it sold. So what's it worth now? Well, that's a good question. Okay, because you can't find one on eBay. And I've been looking for a while because I was going to do this video, but I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to do it without any sales information. So Expedition came before Aquapolis and Skyridge came after. So Expedition, Skyridge actually sold for $90,000. Let me put that on there. This sold. The other ones are listed because these things are super hyper rare. So Skyridge sold for $90,000. Expedition is listed for $45 to $68, and this is not. There's none for sale. So people will tell you, blah, blah, blah. You listen to these people talk. Almost reminds me of the talking heads on the news network that run their mouths about everything. People say, oh, well, Skyridge is one of the most rare boxes out there. They didn't make that many of them. Well, you know what? They didn't make that many of this either, okay? Because I was around at the time, and it was hard to find any of this stuff. But instead of me buying these boxes, I was putting my money in other things. I wish I would have put $10,000 back then when these boxes were $100 each and all this stuff, but I didn't do that, right? We bought some of these and we opened them, okay? So anyway, so what do you think this is worth? Let's just say it's worth $76,000. A little bit more than this, a little bit less than this. So basically that's a $60,000 profit if I would sell it, because if it's $76,000 minus my $16,000 investment, that's $60,000 profit. You got it? That's if I sold it, which I'm not selling it. But if I wanted to sell it, I'd have $60,000 profit. So here's another interesting fact. So say I put that money in stocks instead, okay? And say I'm a stock whiz and I paid $16,000 for some stocks and I sold it for $76,000 and I had $60,000 profit in stocks. Guess what our moron president wants to do? He wants to raise the capital gains from 40% or from 25% to 40%. So 60 times 40 is $24,000 in taxes. That's how much you'd have to pay in taxes if this was a stock. So your $60,000 profit now becomes $36,000. So that's what you get instead of 60. You get what I'm saying here? You following me? So stocks are a decent investment, but Pokemon and these trading card boxes are much better. I'm going to put this up there again to show you this. They want you to pay $24,000 in taxes for doing nothing. It's ridiculous. Now that's what he wants to do. Right now, the capital gains is 25%. But this is just, this government shit is for the birds. I mean, I'm surprised more people don't rise up and fight this. But they're too busy on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and not paying attention to this stuff. But this is what idiot Biden wants to do. 40% for stocks. So if you were invested in stocks, you have to pay $24,000 in taxes. Instead of right now, which is 25%. So what would that be? 6,000 to be 12,000. It'd be 15,000. It'd be 50 versus $15,000. Okay, roughly. My math might not be perfect. That's still a lot of money. You know, for what? For just watching you and living in America and charging us. I mean, the government takes way too much of our money. Anyway, I'm going to get off politics. I just want to share that to you. What my 1-year investment. Now, this was one of the hardest things I've ever had to buy in my life. Because I paid $16,000 for this. That's a hell of a lot of money for one little booster box. I was worried I was going to get scammed. I was worried I was going to get, you know, it was going to be opened and not sealed. Okay? And that's the true number. And I like the Aquapolis box because I don't know if you can tell, but this is like chrome. It's a very sharp box. I also like the Skyridge boxes too. An empty Skyridge box is $700 to $1,000 just for an empty box. Okay? Now, you could take this box and sell it for, like I said, $76,000. Or you know what you could do? You can open it, take the packs out, send the packs in and have them graded, and they're all probably going to come back as 9s or 10s, and you can make triple or 5 times this much money. But that requires work, and you know, I would rather keep it sealed. Anyway, I just want to let you know that this is what my investment was at right now for this old box. I'm always torn between buying old stuff and new stuff. New stuff, you can buy a lot more product, many more of them, for the same price as that. I mean, look at this. $16,000 would have cost me a year ago. Now, if you want to buy it, you're looking at, you know, $60,000. There's no way I can't afford. That's out of my price range. I got money, but I would not dump that much money into this. But there's people out there that are millionaires and billionaires. They could pay $100 grand for that and not even blink an eye because they have so much more money than the rest of us. Anyway, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I just thought I'd show you what my 1-year investment update for this is. I've been holding off for a while, but I had to do it because if I keep waiting, it's going to be a year and a half. Anyway, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a share.